As you can see from the TED Talk video, the speaker gave the audience a great quotes. This speaker has used the best quotes when starting his conversation. The quotes used by the speaker had a deep impact on the listener and made them want to know more about what she wants to say. For example, the speaker started the conversation with quotes that sounds like, "I stand here, carrying the weight of the words on my shoulder. Eyes filled with the tears, and all I can hear is my mother's voice telling me to dry my eyes." Next, we can see that the speaker make a shocking statement. This speaker makes claims that can pique the listener interest in hearing what she has to say. As an illustration, this speaker said, "But for how long? I have to express my feeling and emotion to make everybody else feel comfortable. I am not angry. I am simply tired." Third, we can see that the speakers provide backgrounds. To help the audience better understand the topic's content, the speaker shares his personal background that is relevant to the subject matter. For example, the speaker says, "When I left work yesterday, I had to find a way to digress. I felt my blood boiling, a panic attack, my heart racing just stressed to the max. I have constantly jumped through hoops and explained to them why I don't agree with the policies and procedures."
Establishing credibility. The speaker demonstrates credibility in this TED Talk. This demonstrates that the speaker used personal experience to engage the audience. First, personal experience. First example, "I stand here, carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, slouched overhead, low eyes filled with tears, and all I can hear is my mother's voice telling me to dry my eyes, lift my head, stand up straight, put a smile on my face, the wind beneath my wing, and the ground underneath my feet, and be strong. But for how long? I have to suppress my feeling and emotion to make everybody else feel comfortable. I am not angry. I am simply tired." The next speaker also showed personal experience such as, "When I left work yesterday, I had to find a way to digress. I feel my blood boiling, a panic attack, my heart racing, just stressed to the max. I have to constantly jump through hoops and explain to you why I don't agree with your policy and procedures. I try to be nice about it and tell you how the rules were unequal, not just to me, but to the majority of these people." In order to convince the audience that the information he provide during his speech was accurate, the speaker also provide evidence. First, use evidence. First example, according to the American Heart Association, the leading cause for death of women is cardiovascular disease, heart disease, and stroke being the leading killer amongst women, especially black women. Next, attention getter. In this TED Talk, she showed a reference to audience. For example, everybody is afraid to speak out and go against the current, but fortunately, I am more likely Daniel and I flow upward. I try my best to be non-confrontational and take the high road and not always going against the grain. But why should I have to bow my head and walk away and shine? Then, the speaker also showed her personal preference in TED Talk. For example, "I stand here carrying the weight of my world on my shoulders, slouched overhead low, eyes filled with tears, and all I can hear is my mother's voice telling me to dry my eyes, lift my head, stand up straight, put a smile on my face, the wind beneath the wing, and the ground underneath my feet, and be strong."
Background of the topic, main points, and central idea. What I get from the video title is why students should have mental health days. During the first stage of this topic, according to the TED Talk video, the speaker informed to the audience about herself. "When I was a kid, I was allowed to take 3 mental health rest days every semester as long as I can continue to do well in school." Next, the speakers tell the audience that The next main point is which about I'm here today to offer you some insight into the work of teenage mental health, and they will refer to school counselor for check-in. During the stage of central idea statement, the speaker explained clearly about specific purpose on the main points. For example, according to the first point, which is why students should have mental health days, the speaker just explained clearly about this point and give example from her experience. The speaker talked about her journey, faced the anxiety and come up from their mental health. The next point is the speaker explained about how students should do to have mental health. For example, she was explaining about students to a lot of work until they feel mental stress.
The speaker did make a conclusion for her talk. The example of conclusion I got from the TED Talk spoken by Courtney Owen is, "My inner self is a heavy stone. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of not being enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of being too much. I'm tired of the labels, the stereotypes, and the preconceived notion. I'm tired of being to this, I'm tired of being to that, and I'm only too loud because you don't hear me because I speak with patience and authority. You fear me?" I always thought that my greatest superpower came from being a superwoman and coming in and putting on a cap and saving that day. But honestly, my greatest superpower has came from me being real with myself. No filters, just me realizing that if I don't face it, I cannot fix it. Pain birds, purpose, and I am pregnant with vision. Now, just imagine if this woman would have stayed quiet and suppressed all of the hurt. I wouldn't be standing here today, head high, shoulders square, a smile on my face, and a feeling of joy in my heart. Angry? No. Tired? Hell yeah. But I will continue to press toward the mark. Range of vocal variety. Speaker uses the 4 elements of vocal variety, which is volume, rate, pitch, and pauses. She pauses at some place in her sentence. She also uses different volume, rate, and pitch in different sentences to show her emotions. For example, I have to fight. There's always been hills and mountains to climb. All my life I've had to fight. Next, I'm not angry. I'm tired and I'm reclaiming my time. The last one is nonverbal communication. The speaker uses gesture, posture, and eye contact in her talk, which make it more exciting to be watched. She speaks with her hand moving and body language. She also gives the audience eye contact. It makes the audience feel closer to her and understand why she talks with emotions. Here is the example of the speaker's nonverbal communication.